Hello and welcome to the live stream, everyone. So glad you could join us today. We are going to get right into business, but to start us off, we're going to go around and do a round of introductions. I am Luke, your humble but all-powerful dungeon daddy. And I am also joined, as always, starting with Luke, the other
that's
one.
me. Hey, I'm the other Luke. I play Tyler Trueshot, who's a kind of this cocky ranger guy. It's a great time. And I think before we started the stream, we talked about like an inspo fun fact question, like a little icebreaker. And I think the question was, if you were a potato, how would your character be prepared? And I think Tyler Trueshot, he'd go raw, baby. He'd be nice, firm, hard potato.
I fucking knew
Very
it.
abrasive.
I knew someone was gonna do it.
Abrasive to the mouth. Style potato. That's Tyler Trueshot.
You chose the only bad way to eat a potato.
Like an
So
apple.
good.
All right,
Eats
it's
it like
been
an
great.
apple.
On that note, I'm quitting.
On that note, I'll pass it to Deanna.
Thanks. Appreciate that, Luke. I'm Deanna. I play Isira, who's our little chaotic gremlin wood elf rogue. And if Iz was prepared as a potato, she would be loaded tater tots.
Good stuff.
Just makes sense to me. Yeah.
Next up, we have Anna, my dear wife.
I'm Anna. I play Lyra, who is a tiefling bard, and Lyra would be potato salad. She's a vegetarian, so it just seemed to fit. But not the potato salad with the bacon in it. The veggie potato salad with like the celery. Yeah.
So the boring potato salad.
Yeah, so like not as good.
Yeah, I mean that just kind of fits her. You know, like she's the one who's
That
like
checks out.
you know, she's trying to keep everybody in line. She wants everybody to stay healthy and well.
It's like fully store-bought, like generic brand potato salad.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Big oof.
I love it. And then I am joined by Roxanne.
Hi, I play Storm, who is our Centaur fighter, multi-classed as a wild surge sorcerer and a warlock. There's a lot going on there. And she would be a Hasselback potato with like the bacon and cheese in it.
The good stuff. Last and never least, AJ.
Hi, I'm AJ, and I'm playing Dolf Fitzgerald, your cool bro, halfling cleric warlock, who tends to forget that he's a halfling because I don't think I've rolled a 1 in a long time. So that halfling luck doesn't come in. Knock on wood. I don't have any wood. Damn it! Okay. All right.
I got you.
All right. And if Dolf was a potato, he'd be baked. Woohoo! 420. No, no, but he would be baked. He would be a baked potato. Put whatever toppings you want on him. He's pretty universal, you know.
I love it. Oh, marvelous. So good, so good. Well, welcome. That is who we have tonight. As always, we'll go ahead and we'll jump right in to a recap of last month's episode. And Pinto will grunt in the background to make it nice and empathetic. That's not the right word. I don't know words. Anyways, last week, we had left off with Tyler Trueshot, with the whole party having returned back and talking to Lord Quackers about a variety of subjects, specifically that the young Gobbo that they found, young goblin child named Gobbo, was basically a god incarnate that is yet to come into power. So they were told to protect and guide him as best as they could. And then they made a trip to House Legrand, where Bronson Legrand, who had made a connection with Tyler Trueshot, had called him over to discuss a opportunity, as it were, to get involved in the races. The Chariot races that our party, our heroes, has been trying to figure out how to get into for a while. So this was great. Great opportunity. And we left off with Tyler inside the building with Bronson Legrand. The rest of the party, save for Dolf, waiting outside of the gate. As Dolf had decided to go shopping for groceries at Soup. TM. Trademarked. Soup. That is where he is at Soup. And then he got accosted, as it were, by a hooded figure. And that is where we pick up. Dolf. This is what you see. You see a hooded figure who, underneath, you're able to make out a copper coloring of a dragonborn. This person had cast some sort of spell upon you, but you managed to resist. And they then pulled out a large mace and said, "Well, that's the hard way then," and reared up. And they're going to try and hit you with that before we do anything. You're getting whacked right out of the gate.
Cool.
I believe.
Tries you might.
Tries.
What?
I will try.
I was like, how much did you hit me for?
I believe an 18 will do it.
Damn it! That's exactly my AC.
All right. So you're going to go ahead and you're going to be taking some amount of damage with that. It's not going to be a lot. It's only going to be 5.
Oh, yeah.
But then I need you to make a Constitution saving throw as you get a nice hint of something sickly sweet as this thing connects with your face. So I need a Constitution saving throw.
That's I got a 14.
Perfect.
I don't like perfect. I don't like the
Right out of the gate, this is going to be so good. Cool. This mace, or sorry, warhammer, apologies, connects with your face, and you just see this gentle little of powdery substance that is the sickly sweet scent that you felt, and you take a sharp inhale as it connects with your face, and you feel a crack as your jaw snaps a little bit. And as you inhale, the world around you starts to fade.
Starts to fade?
Fade. And the scent overwhelms you, and your mind begins to stutter for thoughts. And in another second, you are fast asleep in a dreamless sleep.
Well, that's it for me and that, guys. All right, see you guys next time.
I think that's the quickest battle in D&D I've ever seen.
Oh.
Yeah.
We got one-shotted.
Oh boy. Okay.
All right, AJ.
And the rest of us have no idea this happened.
No
we'll
idea.
see you next month, AJ.
We knew that he was at Soup, right? We had established.
Yeah, we knew that he had gone shopping.
Pick
and
up the trail at
store
Soup.
is Soup.
Yes.
Yeah, so we know where he's supposed to have gone.
Do we even know where Soup is? Like.
Yes, y'all been in this town long enough that you know where
okay.
Soup is.
But
It's
we
kind of
didn't see the
between.
timeline, and he didn't tell us what he was doing after he left there.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
It's
I think
between
we can
Olive
assume.
Garden and Chick-fil-A.
We can assume that he would need to go
Soup.
home, right, with the groceries, because he was getting groceries for all of us.
Yes. Yes, he was getting groceries for all of you. So you assume that
We had agreed
he
to
would
meet
need
back at the temple, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the plan. Meet back at the temple,
Okay.
get more gold, and then go to the blacksmiths.
However, I'm pretty sure Tyler's still smoking with the racist rich guy.
Yeah.
Tyler's still inside, right?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
where we're gonna pick up because
Okay.
Dolf. Sorry, AJ. This is gonna be. You're gonna sit tight for a minute. Don't worry. We'll come back to you.
It's fine.
This isn't the end
I'll
of
be here.
the session for you.
Just gonna lean back and watch.
So, as the rest of you have no idea what has happened to Dolph, we return to Tyler, who is enjoying some cigars and drinks with Bronson Legrand. And y'all have discussed for some time what he's looking for and what he wants to do with you as his lead chariot racer now. And you've offered up the help of Storm to be a runner for the chariot. And so, over the course of the conversation, as some time has passed, Bronson just takes a sip and drowns the last of the fine whiskey that he had poured for both of you. And he says, I'm looking forward to our partnership. I believe it will be very successful. And you
I agree.
will be a very successful racer, as long as you believe your friend will be a sufficient runner for the chariot.
Oh, yes, of course. And I mean, but look at me. I mean, can I lose? I don't think so, Bronson.
Yes.
I don't think so.
True. How
You're looking at a champion through and through. I promise.
I have no doubt. You were very promising the day I met you at the circus. And seeing your performance there even further justified that I believe you are the exact individual I was looking for.
Those dance moves really did it for you, right?
Yes, I was amazed how you were able to duplicate yourself to dance so. That was incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Flashback to when Lyra changed into her form to look like Tyler, but called herself Taylor at the circus
and Tyler
performance.
was very confused. Should establish he had no idea that this was me.
Yeah,
Correct.
Tyler still doesn't understand what took place there, but wasn't about to turn down a compliment. So, excellent. When are the races?
Oh, they're not for some time. It'll be a bit before they occur, but don't you worry. And he kind of like stands up on his knees and gets up, and just offers to walk you out to the front door and walk and talk. Really, he says,
So, what will you send like a messenger to tell me it's time for the races?
"Oh yes, no,
or-
don't worry. Come, I will be calling for you in a few of the following weeks. In the following weeks,
Oh,
I will
okay.
send for you. I believe I'll just call for you at the temple of this Lord
Yeah.
Quackers. Yes,
That's the one.
wonderful. Well, now I must be off. I have some other business to attend to, but this has truly been a pleasure. I do
Cool.
apologize.
Can I hang out in here? Is that cool?
I'm afraid not. My wife doesn't like it when I leave guests. She says it's not very what's the term she looked for? It makes her uncomfortable, I suppose. I don't quite get it, but
But I mean, if your wife met me,
what do you insinuate? Are you insinuating my wife would be comfortable with you, or what?
everyone's comfortable with me.
I
am.
agree. But my friend,
Okay.
I do have the Duke coming over to for a small chat, and I must prepare the house.
Well, let me tell you, Bronson, if there's one thing I'm good at, it is taking a hint. Okay? And
Yes,
so
I can tell.
I'm gonna go. All right. It's been great. I'm excited to hear from you. I'm excited for the races. Ooh, it's gonna be good.
Oh.
All right. Catch you next time.
Yes. It truly has been a pleasure, my boy. Feel free to drop by whenever. Call for me ahead of time if you can. But my home is open to you as long as you call ahead in advance.
Okay. I will call you
Wonderful.
via the calling method.
Perfect. I have great faith in you, my friend. And about this point, y'all have walked to the front door, and his servants open up the front door, and he kind of opens an arm to usher you out.
I take a small bow and make my way out to
Yes.
the front of the house.
Perfect. He nods, and as you walk out, the door is closed behind you. And then you are shown to the front gate and reconnected with the rest of your compatriots, minus Dolf. And they have all been patiently waiting.
Yeah.
So
We're in, guys. I put my hand up for a high five.
I would like to very playfully punch him in the stomach.
perfect.
Now, didn't Iz's owl hear most of this?
So at that point, like as he walks up and asks for a high five, Casper flies up and lands on my shoulder, and then that's when Storm punches him in the stomach.
All Storm knows is that the pretentious asshole that Tyler was just broing it up with, I think is racist, so I'm gonna punch Tyler.
What do I do?
I can just
What'd you do?
Well, that was a nat 20.
To punch you.
All
All right, so unarmed strike.
Yeah, waste of a nat 20.
Oh, or a perfect use of it. It depends on what you're thinking.
So you're just gonna take
That hits,
12
by the way.
damage.
I'm gonna take how many damage?
12.
Oh,
12!
My unarmed strike is
God.
double it with the crit.
Non-lethal though. Non-lethal.
Yeah, he has more than 12 hit points. I
You
just sucker punch him.
fully knock the wind out of me and knock me to the ground. I'm like on the ground in the moment, just kind of like, and then
Be
And
happy
then-
I didn't do worse. What the hell were you talking in there with that racist man for?
eventually I catch my breath.
Oh, it wasn't that hard.
Good one, Storm. I make my way back to my feet. Oh, quite confused. I don't know what's happening. Are you talking about Bronson?
Yes, I'm talking about Bronson, the man that you offered up my services
Did you
to be
say
a
he's
runner,
racist?
as if I'm just a horse and not a full sentient being. And then he would have the audacity to say, I'm not welcome in his home because of the type of creature I am.
Oh, that
Did
is
you
kind of
miss
racist.
that?
To
isn't it?
clarify, he did say if you won the races, you'd be more than welcome to come in. He just was scared that your hooves would break his tile floor.
Tyler is learning about racism for the first time right now. He's, oh, I'm sorry.
I will say this in this world, racism is not like a common thing. It's only if the super wealthy are like, oh, I have things that they might break. And it's not necessarily racism. It's more of like they just think people who don't have as much money or they don't know are less than.
Classism.
It's classism,
Got
really.
it. But also like speciesist because of
Yeah,
the
because he was
thing.
totally
Yes.
fine with Tyler. Because Tyler's a man.
Yeah, we've already established that this.
Yeah,
town
there
is
is some sexism in here.
Just a dude. A buff
Okay.
dude, but just a dude.
Just a dude.
So do we not participate in the races? That'll
If our
definitely
only
win.
lead. I wish you would have, gotten the information and not promised my services.
Well, what is
Mm.
the point in us participating? We've got enough money to pay rent now. Why do we want to get involved in something illegal?
Oh, because
Because
everyone will be very, very like excited, and they'll think that I'm really, really awesome.
But you're not the one racing. Storm is.
It has
No,
n-
but I'm the champion. You know,
Yo,
like I'm
okay,
the
I'm
one.
trying to
So-
say that you'll be in charge of me, Tyler, because that's not
Okay.
going to happen. You tell me turn left, I'll turn right and throw you off the carriage. You're not in charge here. But furthermore, we're not in it for glory or fame for you, Tyler.
Why
The whole point
not?
of the
Why
chariot
don't you go run? You pull the chariot, and
right.
we'll cheer for you. But
look,
listen.
Storm, if you don't want to do this, I can take all the glory myself. If that's what you want, like, if you're not into this, they offered
You
horses.
need to fully understand that we're not doing the chariot races for fame or notoriety. The
Well,
whole
you're not doing it for fame or notoriety.
I like go to punch me and I don't, but like I threaten it.
Tyler flinches, very nervous.
And I say, the purpose of us doing this race is to get well connected with kind of the uppers and potentially with the Duke and his family.
But why do we care that?
Tyler slowly
what's
nods
happening in
and
the
winks
town.
and says, "All right, I get you."
But why do
Yeah.
we care about that now? We've got the money for rent.
It's not the money, it's the information and the connections that would come with these people. So like the fact that the Duke is like into the races and stuff like that would be beneficial when it comes to like if we have questions that need to be answered and things, and just it's all about the connections for while we're in this town.
Yeah, that's well above Lyra's head. She has no idea what that like. Networking is not a thing that she comprehends.
But also, I mean, if the grand champion of the chariot races is a representative of our Lord Quackers,
You're assuming that you're gonna win.
Of course,
I think
I'm gonna win.
That is a large assumption. You haven't even seen your competition.
Yeah, but I've seen me.
Yes,
and,
yes, we all have. And
yes, you have.
Did you not just pick yourself up off the ground after being
I did
sucker
not.
punched?
That never happened.
I mean, it does sound exciting.
I do have a question. Tyler, can you explain what a chariot race is?
Yes.
Okay, do it.
Yes, there are wheeled devices
Tyler,
connected.
go ahead and give me a history check.
Okay.
Want to be part of this conversation
That
so
would be-
bad.
That would be a 6.
Oh no!
Please continue as you were.
There are wheeled devices. There are horses. And there are champions.
Now, question.
Yes.
Who's pulling the wheeled devices? Is it the champion or the horse?
I'd say a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Who's pulling it? Like the wheeled device is hooked to something that's pulling it. Yeah?
Yep. Yeah.
Is that the champion or the horse?
I don't know if I'm following.
I think
Tyler,
Tyler's gonna do it
do you think
barefoot.
that the person standing in the chariot is the one who's truly the one people care about, or if it's, perhaps prized horses who are well trained and incredibly fast and responsive? Do you think maybe not?
That doesn't track with me. I feel like the champion is obviously doing something, right? Or else why aren't they a champion,
What's he doing, Tyler?
He's doing all the heavy
flexing?
lifting.
He's just flexing the whole time?
He's winning. That's all that matters, okay?
But
I'll figure it out. I figure it all out all the time.
Oh, okay.
Tyler,
Okay.
I think we should maybe stop by a library and just get you some books, just in general.
Books.
Just some books. You don't even have to read them. I think simply sleeping on them with them open might help you.
Have you ever even
Tyler?
opened a book, Tyler? Can you read?
Just Tyler literate.
Where's Dolf?
Dolph
He's
went
at
grocery
he's at soup.
He said soup.
I love soup.
not the food item. He's at the store called Soup. They do sell soup though.
Excellent. I love soup. So I think that we should go get it.
Well, Dolph was grocery shopping, and then we were going to meet him back at the temple before heading off to blacksmiths. So considering a long time palling it up with Mr. Snot-Nosed in there.
Isn't he great?
He's probably the worst person I've ever heard speak.
But he does
seemed
seem
pretty
like a
smart to
guy
me.
that you would get along with.
He
you
seemed-
know?
It makes so much
He
sense.
seemed to know what he was talking about. At least, I don't know.
Is this gonna turn around and like giggling and just start skipping towards the direction of the temple?
I'm gonna catch up with Iz, and I want to ask them what did Casper hear? Because I only got bits and pieces that Tyler relayed.
She's too busy giggling. She's just like, Tyler, how do you feel about horses?
They're fine. I'm not a racist if that's what you're saying.
Horses and centaurs are different, Tyler.
Of
Do you think
course,
I'm
and
what?
I like them both.
Oh boy.
And eventually, like, she'll pull herself together and she'll just kind of say, well, she would have been like dictating what Casper saw out loud, like while.
Okay, while it was happening, got it. Cool.
I just want to say for the record, I'm pretty sure Tyler does know how to read and write because he can embroider and he embroiders words.
That is
Can
true.
read, we just don't know what grade level yet.
I've got some basics.
He knows his alphabet, and that's
Yeah.
something.
I
All right,
can.
cool. I guess we'll head back to the temple.
Mhm.
Perfect.
I also.
Nice. So, as y'all head back to the temple, it's very easy, and you're once again greeted by the visage of Lord Quackers, who will go ahead and show this. We have a marvelous artistic rendering of what Lord Quackers looks like. This wonderful piece of art was done by Kenya Power 16. That is the that's Twitter.
handle.
The Twitter handle is Kenya Power 16. They did a marvelous job of capturing the essence and beauty that is Lord Quackers in human form. So you may feast your eyes. Yeah.
We currently have an ongoing bet of who's gonna flirt and get a kiss from Lord Quackers first. It's probably not gonna be Lyra.
Lyra.
Lyra,
Gonna be Lyra.
Lyra
Actual
wishes it
god.
was gonna be.
If
I mean, can you
Lyra's
imagine
first kiss
her
is a
first
god?
kiss
I
being
need
a
Lyra's first
god.
kiss.
Tough act to follow.
You know
Yeah.
what? If Lyra goes up to Dolf and says, I want to kiss Lord Quackers, Dolf will do everything in his power to make sure that it happens. If he ever wakes up and gets sick.
Is would absolutely help with that.
Oh my gosh. I love it. It's so good. Oh, let me adjust this real quick.
I don't think Lyra would ever be comfortable enough to tell you guys that she would want that, though. Like, she'd be way too shy about it.
And none of us know that she hasn't had her first kiss yet. So like,
All right, that's not public knowledge.
yeah. Tragic.
That's just
Yeah.
fun fact,
Exactly.
metagame knowledge.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we'll get it in a role play scene at one point. We'll
Yeah,
get
I
there.
mean, if one of you wants to spy in my little diary, you can
At
find
some
out real
point,
fast.
Lyra's gonna be really weird around somebody she finds attractive, and we're all gonna roll insight and realize
Yeah.
she's not felt the touch of another human.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Sad.
And then we'll all know.
Poor Lyra. Lyra.
Yeah, so you return to the temple, and as you walk in, Lord Quackers comes and greets you all once again. And he says, "Oh, welcome. Was your meeting successful?"
Ask Tyler
Tyler.
Snooty man would only allow the human man in his house.
Lord Quackers, let me take over right there. Let me tell you, there's this guy. His name's Bronson, and he's gonna let me be chariot racing champion. And just imagine how great it's gonna be when I win, and it's like, yeah, Lord Quackers is my guy, and then they're all gonna be like, yeah, Tyler and Lord Quackers. It's gonna be so good.
Tyler, would you mind to explain to Lord Quackers how chariot racing works?
Yeah, absolutely.
Who would be pulling your chariot?
Well, Storm might, if she's cool about it, or
Storm has been voluntold that they
Storm
are
has been
racing.
given the opportunity to share in the glory of this championship. If she chooses to accept, if she does not, it'll be horses. I was going to say other horses, but that's not, because Centaur's horses, very different things, both great things. Yeah. What else? What's happening?
Chariot racing, you say?
Mm-hmm.
And you are to win?
I
No.
will win. What? Yes. What do you mean, no?
You don't even really know how it works.
I
don't have complete
And also,
faith.
like, out of the two of us, I would be the one to win.
What
Yeah,
is
and you
going
don't move,
on?
You would just have to stand there. Like,
Ah,
if you win, it's not you who's winning, it's Storm.
Yeah, especially since I'm a centaur, I can hold the weapons too.
Lord Quackers, are you getting this negative vibe in the air here? Because I'm really feeling I'm just feeling
There
like
is a lot of negativity in the
right.
air.
It's been a great. For me, things
I
have been
think
going
you're
great.
mistaking negativity. It's pragmatism. It's called having logic and understanding that the way things are, keeping your expectations realistic.
Lyra.
That's what's happening.
He comes and he puts a gentle hand right on your shoulder.
Yeah.
Just very gently. Very gentle and caring. He says, "Do you doubt the power that I've blessed all of you with? With the power I have granted you, you're certain to win this chariot race. And Storm, if you're to lead this chariot and run for it, and with the noble Tyler assisting you, both of you would be champions and bring glory to my name."
That's the energy I'm looking for. And then I put my hand up for a high five from Lord Quacker.
So the issue here isn't the chariot race. It's Bronson. He's kind of awful.
And wouldn't we be racing for him?
Very terrible man. Can I roll an insight check on Lyra's reaction?
I was like, quick, someone roll insight.
Somebody do it.
I just want to
trying very hard not to laugh, and it's just like,
17.
this seems like a great idea.
I just want to know, did Lyra yelp like that?
Oh yeah, totally a character.
Okay, I rolled a
Totally a
17
character.
in addition to the yelping.
Yeah, so... Alright. And are you going to try and hide any of this, or are you just overwhelmed?
I mean, I definitely didn't hide the fact that I yelped. That was pretty obvious. I think I would be trying to hide the fact that I'm like,
Blushy.
Okay.
yeah.
Alright, roll deception
So-
at disadvantage
Advantage.
because
Okay,
you yelled.
That makes sense. Deception. Gotta find my stats on here. Hold on. It's a 21.
Storm, you're
disadvantage?
as you
Yeah,
you watch.
I
and
rolled a 7.
she,
Oh, sorry, 16. 16.
oh,
Oh,
16.
Advantage.
17
Did she
then.
lose?
I-
I was like, I was like, damn, you rolled so high.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Sorry.
Storm, you see her yelp, and as Lord Quackers kind of pulls away, she like, how do you try and hide, Lyra? Lyra, how do you try and hide your
Oh, I
red
would have. Okay,
cheeks?
so I would have like yelped when he touched me, and then I would, like, like sucked it all in, and just like stood extremely still.
The
Swallow
nose
all
just
of
starts
those
bleeding a
feelings.
little bit. Just
Just swallow all of those feelings and push them
Deep down.
Oh, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of feelings there, eh?
This is by far the most attractive person that Lyra has ever met. Like,
oh yeah, this is the most
I mean,
attractive
that's
person
subjective, but
really any of y'all have probably met.
Yeah, I was like, I think
Yeah.
just on this plane, I think.
or
he's-
third most attractive,
you know,
depending
third.
on who you.
That's true. Yeah.
yeah, well,
Cool. Well, I'm just
one
gonna
and two?
pocket that knowledge for a later conversation to have with Lyra around the camp.
But Lord Quackers turns to Storm, and again, he comes and he just places a gentle hand on kind of your bicep, just to kind of very calming sort of presence,
I'm gonna
really.
flex.
Says, good and strong. This Bronson character. Why should you care what he thinks? If he is such
He seems like he's like a bad guy in terms of like he might be involved in like some actual bad stuff, not just illegal chariot racing.
Well, I believe this may be a good chance for you to infiltrate and gain his trust if he truly is an evil person.
I'm gonna tap my hooves on the ground and say, he won't let me. The only one he'll let in is Tyler over there, who thinks he's a did you call him a broski?
I don't. I don't know if I'm familiar with that word, but I like it.
No. Lord Quackers has a good point. We could also exploit him.
He does have a bawling house. Somehow I don't know
Also
the word
has-
broski, but I do know the word bawling.
he has a lot of guards. A lot of guards.
I mean, but we're a lot of us.
Finish the sentence.
Yeah, we're a lot of something.
A lot of what then? Go ahead.
We are empowered by the power of our great Lord Quackers. Now, can I get that high five this time?
Lord Quackers just kind of puts his hand up and touches your hand and kind of like goes between your fingers for a handhold. Just be like, yes, Tyler, yes.
Nice.
And then he lets go.
Speaking of high fives, anyone seen Dolf?
Oh,
With is saying that Storm will dome piece communicate. Dolph, do you need help carrying the groceries, or are you nearly back to the temple?
You get no response. And Dolph, you don't hear this.
Dolph,
Dolph is still asleep.
Dolph, are you there? I'm not. You all heard that too. He's not responding.
Yeah.
Should we
Snoring.
go check soup?
Yeah,
Uh,
how far?
Path, see if we see him on the way.
Maybe you're just not doing it right. Let me try.
Oh.
And then I'm gonna put my finger to my head. I'm gonna Dolph. Dolph. Yeah, we
Are
should
you
go
doing
check
it
on
out
him.
loud, or are you doing it actually in
No,
your
he
head?
touched. He touched.
Whenever
Oh,
I
yeah,
touch my
that's
head,
right.
it's in the mind, baby.
He touched the dome. That means he's doing it right.
Yeah, we should probably go check on him.
Cool. We'll go the way that we would expect Dolph to take to and from soup from the temple.
All right, perfect.
Did you say the high five as a short joke, or because I'm the highest one out of the five?
Yes. But also, as the team member most likely to deal out high fives to everyone.
Oh man. All right, so at about this time, as y'all are heading towards soup, about 2 hours have passed. Dolf, this is where we're gonna come back to you, and we'll just go to this screen.
Oh no.
Dolf, you begin to awaken. It's fuzzy, your head is swimming. There's a blinding light you can see even beyond your closed eyes. But strangely, the smell of farm seed just enters your nostril. Just kind of that, whenever, I don't know if anyone's ever sniffed like bird seed you'd put in a bird feeder, but that scent just fills your nostrils. And your eyes take a while to adjust. But as your eyes do adjust, you hear 2 different voices. You're not tied up. As you feel your arms, you're not restrained in any form. You feel your legs free. But one of the voices you hear sounds pleasant and calm, and kind of seems to put you at ease a little bit. It sounds elegant. The other voice is the one you recognize as the Copper Dragonborn that knocked you out at Soup. The calming, pleasant voice says, "It appears he's finally waking up. I did tell you to bring him in quietly and discreetly." And then the Dragonborn says, "I tried, but this one has a stronger spirit than anticipated." And Dolf, you hear a bit of shuffling as the 2 figures move closer to you. And as your eyes finally adjust, this is what you see. First, you see the Copper Dragonborn with their hood pulled down so you can see their whole features. And then he is standing behind the figure who is right in front of you, who is knelt down to meet you at eye level. This figure captures your attention entirely. This person is beautiful, stunning individual who looks as if someone took Matt Bomer and mixed them with Tom Hiddleston. So just thin and just gorgeous looking features. Absolute beautiful man in appearance. A little bit androgynous though. Fiery red hair that's kind of strange in appearance. It sticks out and back and kind of curls down a little bit. It goes down to the back of his nape. He's dressed in pure white shirt that opens up in the front and leather breeches that grip his legs and thighs in a very complimentary manner. And he smiles at you. And with a very gentle and warm smile that makes you feel very at ease, very calm. His dark, somewhat reddish skin tone makes him appear to almost be glowing in the light that reflects off of him. Very, very attractive individual. And he says, "I apologize for my helper here. He's not as gentle of an individual as I typically like to employ, but sadly, the rest of my help has been sent off in various other endeavors." And he touches just your leg, just around your knee. He says, "Please accept my humblest apologies. I promise you are safe here, and you will be welcome to leave any time you wish. But I ask that before you leave, you are willing to hear out my reasons for requesting you be brought to me." And he pauses and looks at you with eyes colored with yellow and red. The yellow kind of on the outer edges of his eyes, with the red getting deeper as it moves towards the pupils.
Okay. I have a feeling I know who this is. Oh man. So I have like all my stuff on me. I'm not tied down.
Oh yeah,
or
no.
anything.
Your weapons have as you look around, you see your weapons have been set aside just out of reach. But but you have all the rest of your stuff.
So just basically my shield and my mace.
Yeah, they're kind of set aside. Just so, like, because you're sitting in quite a luxurious chair. The room's fairly small, but it's comfortable. There's a small fire in the corner. You're in a very plush chair.
Immediately go from sitting normally to sitting like cross-legged on the chair, and he is canon pansexual, and he
He's also a bottom because that was real bottom energy.
What is happening here?
I mean, it's kind of hard for Dolf to top.
Oh my
This
word.
show, this stream went from family friendly to not family friendly in like
There are potentially children present.
He
Spicy
is
energy
very
in today's
caring.
Session.
Dolf is very caring. That's all I will say about it. He was very caring.
gosh.
He likes to take care of people. Anyway, so can I guess make a religion check to like feel like, because I feel like I know who this is, or like an arcana. I don't think arcana's not gonna help me or anything, or like perception or insight or something.
I'll say
like-
your best bet is religion, but I'm still gonna have you roll a disadvantage.
Oh, great. Yeah. You say my best bet is religion when insight is my highest. All right, so that's 18. That's okay. So a 12.
You feel like you feel like you might know who this is, just maybe, but you can't quite put your finger on it. Like it's at the tip of
Okay.
your tongue.
Yeah.
So, and he's
yourself, keep it to
looking
yourself.
expectantly at you, waiting for your response.
I'm sorry. Do I know you?
Oh, I must apologize. That is rather rude of me to not introduce myself first. You may call me All-Father Cure, or as one who serves me knows, I am more commonly known as the Chicken God. And he rises up and like just red fire shoots from his back, and you hear just resound in this room as you are standing in front of the physical humanoid form of the Chicken God. And as he puts on this impressive display, you are kind of thrown back into your chair, and it's terrifying. It is scary, the aura that he emits. Not at all familiar, like the warm, familiar comfort that you feel from Lord Quackers. You're just shocked by
think I
just
have
being in the
advantage.
presence of this person.
Good thing I have advantage against being frightened.
Yes. So- and he kind of lowers this display, and he still standing pulls a chair that's in the corner and sits in front of you, and he says, "Now that you know who I am, will you hear my query?"
I'm always willing to lend an ear.
Wonderful. Now, if I'm understanding this correctly, you are a disciple of the proclaimed God of the Waterfowl, yes?
Yes, I serve Lord Quackers. They'll kind of like just kind of spreads open his arms and just quacks.
Do you have any pamphlets on you?
No, I think I gave them all to you.
Oh,
I usually
man.
refer to you.
Oh. He
yeah.
looks at you and he kind of just goes, oh. Like, almost in a pitying fashion, like, that's adorable. Now, well, I should have you know that if you serve this god, the waterfowl, then you truly serve me. For I am the god of all fowl. And so this Lord Quackers, pardon, he is simply a acolyte of mine. For truly you serve me and me alone. And so, with this newfound knowledge that you ultimately serve me, I'll require that you have all of your gods, newfound followers, be handed over to me, and that your temple be just an extension of my temple. And as well as hand over all of the financial gains you've acquired during your time. You'll still be handsomely rewarded, and all of your friends that choose to follow you in spirit and serve the god of all fowl, the All-Father Cure. You will all be handsomely rewarded.
See, the thing is that if you are who you say you are, of being god of all fowl, wouldn't you already be gaining the power of the followers that are following Lord Quackers?
Give me an insight check.
That's a 13.
All right. He just smiles at you. And he says, I'm afraid it's a little more complicated than that, because it's what these believers believe they're serving. They believe to be worshipping this god of the waterfowl. And so their worship does not come all the way to me. I need them to understand who they ultimately serve. And so I am simply saying, you ought to bring this faithful acolyte of mine, Lord Quackers. Pardon. I need you to bring him to me. And he will be well rewarded as such a faithful acolyte.
Do I know? I feel like at some point we would have went over to the Church of the Chicken God just to kind of like scope out what they're about. Would I know like the kind of like the tenets of this land fowl?
Yes. You are familiar. You all have passed by the Temple of the Chicken God multiple times, going back to the Temple of Lord Quackers. And you know that it's very prominent. It's the biggest temple in the city. It's the most well-connected, most well-funded. The majority of the wealthy nobles in the town, in the city, go there to serve and worship. Much like the Duke, Bronson Legrand, these are individuals you know have been told attend this temple to the chicken god. And so you know that they're a prominent figure, but nobody has really seemed to talk about what they're about. Which I'll go ahead and say with just your kind of your passive religion, you know that's kind of weird that no one like really talks about what they do aside from the various donations they've made to the museum or to the Duke or to other well-connected individuals around the town. You're not really sure what their tenets are. No, you haven't heard.
Dolf will uh kind of push himself off the chair and start walking towards his equipment and just kind of put his shield on his back and like secure his jute mace club thing.
As
And-
you do, the Copper Dragonborn kind of like gets their hammer ready. And as you do all that and you turn around, I assume you're turning around.
Yeah.
You see that even though you didn't hear the chair move, it is just facing you now. Just did a full turn and is now the chicken god is facing you even though you didn't hear him move.
It's like, Mr. Chicken guy. What should I call you?
Please call me Allfather Cure.
Mr. Curate.
His eye, you notice just his eye twitches when you just call him Mr. Cure.
See, before I learned and was blessed by Lord Quackers, I was a man of religion myself already, and serving a god of order, neutrality. You see a lot of things. You meet a lot of people. You meet a lot of different religions and see different cultures and whatnot. Being serving an order of neutrality, you see both sides of the spectrum of those who are truly good, those who are truly bad. And to me, when I met Lord Quackers, he was truly good. And I adored them. I admired them. I served. But even with you, with all your visage, it all may seem outwardly good, but I sense a little emptiness behind the actions.
I want you to go ahead and
There-
take an inspiration point.
Yep. For the religions that I've known, even when two houses of religions go up against each other, even if they do seem to serve the same god or serve the same purpose, kidnapping a high follower and disciple of that religion and then telling them to betray their own religion is not, how you would say, very godly.
As soon as you say not very godly, you see his eyes go pure red. The yellow's gone. And he stands, and again is very imposing. And even with your advantage against being frank, you're certainly nervous as you're literally standing and you have clearly upset a literal god. And he comes up and he just puts one hand on your shoulder. And you're used to Lord Quackers coming and putting his hand on your shoulder. Something about these gods that just putting a gentle touch is something that they do. But this is no gentle touch. This touch, you suddenly feel as if you have gained thousands of pounds. You suddenly, like, your knees struggle to remain standing. You feel your very soul begin to be weighed down. And I need you to go ahead and mark off 2 points from your maximum hit points.
That's fun. That's fun. Fun.
And that is permanent.
Ah, fun. Oh, just gonna do that then.
And he has just this direct stare, unblinking, unwavering eye contact with you as you feel this intense weight upon your physical body and your soul. And he says, "You are free to leave." I said, "You are welcome to go whenever." And now, I am sorry to hear that you have chosen poorly. I truly am sorry. And he lets go, and you feel like you can breathe again. And he turns to the Dragonborn. He says, "Please, Josh, escort him out." And he turns and he faces the fire as the Dragonborn grabs your arms and just literally picks you up unless you try to resist.
I think there is a common thing that I have between all my very small characters. You do not pick me up.
I do not.
And God, hold on. This is very, I'm going to make myself make a wisdom saving throw to see if I do the thing that I'm just thinking that I just immediately thought of doing.
All right.
Oh God, what a time to roll a nat fucking 20.
Oh no.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
I will say, I mean, you rolled for it. You rolled, then, you know, as the dice lie, but just be cautious as you are still very much in the presence of this god who just took 2 points from your hit point maximum like it was nothing.
Okay, I am going to cast command on Josh.
You cast this spell, but before it reaches Josh's mind, this Cure, All-Father Cure, is just without turning, his arm goes straight out behind him. And you can feel the magic that you just cast just get pulled towards him. And then it goes back to you, and I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw against the spell command.
That's a 21.
Cool. You fail.
Oh,
Excuse me?
oh no!
I said it so confidently too.
And I have a whole stat block. I made a stat block, so I'm not just pulling this number out of my butt. You fail.
Oh no.
And just the one word command you hear is leave.
Okay, bye.
And so you, under this spell, walk out.
Oh.
Do I use up one of my slots?
Yes. You actually use up 2.
Oh, cool.
Boy.
And so Jash, this dragonborn, follows behind you closely, and as you walk out of your own volition, you leave, and he kind of leads you out through various corridors of this rather large building that you realize, until you come out. You come down some stairs, and you come into a large room laden with gold everywhere. Gold on the walls, gold statues. And you see the most impressive thing, specifically a massive statue, 5 stories tall, of a chicken that fills nearly a quarter of this room. And you do realize you are in fact in the temple of the chicken god.
Mm-hmm.
And as you get outside and out the door and are no longer and have followed the command, I need you to make a competing strength check as Jash just shoves you down the stairs.
Strength check.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's rude.
Damn it. That's a 12.
That will not do it.
Yeah, figured.
So I need you.
It was almost a 19 on the die.
Ugh. I need you to give a dex saving throw as you fall down these stairs.
Oh, dex saving throws?
Mhm.
Fun. You know, I'm that just dexterous. Just such a nimble halfling. You said 2 of them?
Just one.
Oh,
Sorry.
just one?
Yeah.
8.
Okay. So you are thrown down and you kind of tumble. It's not super painful. It hurts. You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage, but you then fall straight into a muddy puddle that's at the base of these stairs that lead up to the front door of the temple of the chicken god. And it's about this time that the rest of you, on your way to find Dolf, passing by as the temple of the chicken god is on the way to soup, you all see him lying in a puddle covered in mud.
Storm will go up and clop her hoof just one time to get him to lift his head up, and then extend her hand down. It's like you need help there, buddy?
Is this gonna start prestidigitating him clean?
It's like he will lift up his fingers and just stand up and just go and prestidigitate all of it off of himself and just. So fun fact, chicken god, pretty hot.
Okay, hotter than Quacker stuff?
It's
Spicy?
a different hot.
Did you spice what kind of
What
hot?
were you
Wait,
doing
what?
to the chicken god?
So damn, they took my fucking friend. All right, whatever.
You look weird, Dolph. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Where's the soup?
I was also wondering about the soup.
So, was kidnapped by the chicken god, just casual thing. claims.
So is this a conversation we should probably not be having right outside the chicken god's temple?
I mean, we can walk and talk. It's
Okay.
fine. It's
Like-
fine.
Seems
So-
like we still need to go get. It seems
we
like
need to
still
like
need to
we
get
need to
soup.
go get the groceries still
Okay.
because they
Okay.
kind of interrupted me while I was there.
Mm, okay.
Can't interrupt a man while he's grocery shopping.
Exactly, it's rude.
Let's go get our groceries then.
Yeah.
Tyler pulls a bread from his pants and starts snacking on the way.
Gross.
We're
The
going to
return
the
of the
bread
pants
pants.
bread.
Does Lyra see this?
I wasn't trying to hide it.
Yeah.
Okay. Lyra's gonna try to like rip the bread from his hands.
All right, competing dex checks.
12.
That's 13.
Oh.
I forgot how dexy I was.
I would like prestidigitate just a bunch of mold on the bread.
Oh.
Look real nasty, so he doesn't eat pants bread.
He needs to learn.
All right,
He
so
has a moment of cheerful victory as he avoids Lyra's grasp and is like happy and pleased with himself and excited to eat his bread, and then looks at the bread and is just bummed. just really bummed out.
I rolled a 19,
Gross.
so I don't need to roll on the chart. And Storm will look at him, seeing him sad over the bread. I'm like, Tyler, you can't just leave bread in your pants. It doesn't stay.
It was only in there for a few minutes. I just put it in there before we left.
No pants bread, Tyler.
You need okay.
You have a
Listen.
bag.
Listen, I can be on board with you carrying bread around with you if you keep it somewhere other than your pants.
Just the bag it's right there.
It's
Put
just
it in.
it's handy. I didn't mean for this to be a big thing. I was just having a snack.
Anyways,
What were you, Dolph?
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Dolph. On behalf of everyone that you were talking, and continue.
yeah. So Chicken God isn't so happy with us.
Oh,
Kind of wanted us to denounce Lord Quackers.
Oh.
For he claimed to be god of all fowl.
well,
So
that's
he was saying that Lord Quackers is a subsection of the chicken god.
So did
For-
did he kidnap you
oh,
and then
yeah.
let you go?
Yes, it was more conversation of trying to convince me.
Like intimidating you?
Not really
Was he trying
intimidate.
to seduce you?
Sounds like
Not
fun.
really.
Could say. You could
Little?
say. Just a
Was it
little.
more like?
It was more bribery.
Oh, okay.
Sounds
What
like
was he
someone's
offering?
feeling a little insecure.
A lot of his money. They were offering riches, and it could be more than just money. I didn't bother to ask, so because I'm not gonna betray Lord Quackers like that.
Well, I
And-
mean, I guess we should have seen this coming, because
Yeah.
we're like becoming we were the new kid on the block and not a threat, but now Lord Quackers has quite a following.
Seems
What's
like he's
the vibe you got from there? Like obviously the bribery and like him kidnapping you, not cool. But
No,
like
no, not cool.
Seems
not
like
cool at
we've,
all.
the vibe of the people who go there, does it feel like they worship him in like an evil way?
I wouldn't
What's their
say-
worship like? Is it like raise
Well,
the
I didn't-
hands, carry the
didn't-
TV, like
Well,
Or-
I didn't see
Or
a
like
worship service.
sacrifice living beings.
yeah.
Like, I'll do your bidding in exchange for, like, wealth and power.
Well, I wasn't sitting in on a service or anything.
Oh.
Vibe check it. Like,
But it's just, you know, as you know, when you met me, I was already a man of the church on search of a new god and a god to serve. And from my travels, his outwardly it looks like a religion, but behind those actions seemed empty. And I don't know what it is.
so,
But
like, if somebody says that they worship the chicken god, should we assume, like, maybe don't trust them? Or, like, do you think in general?
I just think it's more
Is it a cult?
people don't know what's really going on behind closed doors.
Ah.
Mm. So they don't really know what they're
He
worshiping.
got very angry that I insulted him to his face.
It kind of seems like we've ruffled some feathers in the neighborhood.
Mm.
Wait,
Yeah, we definitely ruffled some feathers.
you insulted a god to his face.
See,
Good for you.
I never
Oh.
claimed
I'm
to
gonna
be
clap him on the back.
I'm impressed.
Honestly, I think that's pretty cool too.
And he let you just walk away from that?
I mean, you know, more or less, yeah.
More or less.
Well,
More or less.
judging by how we found him, it kind of seems like he fell away.
Yeah.
You all right?
Tossed out.
It was thrown out, but like he's not dead. He doesn't look like he's got any wounds.
Oh, you know, just a crack, just a bruise on the face from getting cracked in the face with a hammer. You know, just
Oh, you
standard
think
stuff.
it gets better than that. You're fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Let's go
It's
get
fine.
a soup.
Yeah, I need some snacks.
Oh, we could get candies. I've been craving
Ooh.
candies lately.
And more jam.
You stay away from me with that jam. Remember,
Why?
I can't eat the jam.
You don't
Jam's bad for me.
You don't like jam?
I'm allergic to it. It'll kill me. But not the berries, just the jam. If you try to kill me with jam,
I would
I
never.
will
would
sell my soul to a
never.
lich to haunt you. If you kill me
I
with jam, I'll do it.
would never do that to you.
Can I roll
That's
insight?
just rude.
I'm gonna roll insight. I feel like you're gonna
Sure.
poison me with jam.
I'm not gonna roll deception because I'm being truthful.
Okay, I'll believe you.
Is this not malicious?
I feel like Iz might kind of try to. Iz is pranky.
She would tease you about it, but she's not gonna kill you.
I feel like you might try to prank. Like, oh, they can't actually die from jam, and then suddenly realize, oh, they can very much die from jam.
Yeah.
Is would never.
Let's go to soup.
To soup.
To soup.
Wow.
Soup.
All right. So this is gonna be a little bit of monologuing. Y'all go to soup, you get everything you need, and it's uneventful. You come back, and I believe you all wanted to head to the blacksmiths, yes?
Mhm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is what we're gonna do.
Take a break.
Yes, we are. Tonight's session is a little bit shorter, so I think this break is just going to be where we end it. Yes. So, but we're gonna end it with this. Y'all go get soup, and then as you return the soup to the temple, you see Lord Quackers talking with an individual inside the temple. This individual you recognize as he turns in his long robes, his old man face, and you see Jobrieth, the rune crafter, standing, walking around, and looking haggard and weary. But Lord Quackers is there supporting him. And that's where we're going to end it for tonight.
Good morning, sleepyhead.
Right. Hello, Sleeping Beauty.
Hello,
Thanks for joining us.
How dare you try to make me attracted to the chicken god and then tell him to betray my order?
He does sound very good looking.
Oh, yeah. I mean, y'all know what Matt
Oh.
Bomer looks like, right?
I looked it up while you were.
I did a refresher and
I looked
So
it
we've
up. I was
got-
like, oh fuck.
it was pretty fresh.
Yeah,
So
Matt
what I'm
Bomer
hearing is
and
actually
Tom
about-
Hiddleston combined.
We're going to have an epic battle of the Feather Daddies, is what I'm hearing. Am I
Hey,
wrong?
I mean, the description was very much getting Anna. So
Wearing leather pants! Are you kidding me?
Ooh.
Yeah, those
Well,
leather pants did a
leather.
lot for those
Yeah.
legs.
Well,
Um,
I was freaking out because as soon as he said red hair down the back, I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, this is the chicken god."
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
why I
You
was
had
freaking out.
recognition on your face, and I was like,
Yep.
"Am I supposed to know who the hell it
Yeah.
is?"
Oh yeah. No.
I was lost. I was like talking to a hot guy.
It was between that and it smells like seed
Yeah.
for some reason.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have picked that up too. My brain was not on the chicken god.
Well, now it is.
Oh, goodness. Yes, well, thank you all once again. Thank you to my players for joining me. Apologies that tonight's session's a little shorter, but we'll make it up next time by making next month super long. I'm kidding. No, next month should be normal length. But
We'll probably put out an announcement about next month.
yes.
Because there's some personal things happening during the first week for a few of us. So we'll just put out an announcement once we figure out what day it'll be.
Yes. And next month might be a little different. We'll see. Be on the lookout from the various socials about what the date shall be, and we'll keep you all updated. So thank you all for hanging out and watching with us. Thank you all for joining. Thank you once again to my players. You're all wonderful. I hope tonight was special for you.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was good.
Thank you to Arcane Anthems for the wonderful music you hear at the beginning of the starting soon screen. Wonderful. Go check him out on the Patreon and the TikToks and the Instagrams as just Arcane Anthems. And thank you to AJ for the wonderful screen you see here for all the various graphics. And thank you to Luke for the GIF. The starting soon screen is his creation. Thank you.
I think a second shout out is due for our Quackers artist too.
Yes, we'll go back to that. Thank you again. This is gorgeous. I mean,
Oof.
yeah. Thank you
I think
again.
now we're
Yeah.
gonna need them
Whew.
to make the chicken
Wow.
god.
Yeah.
Somebody else wants to pay for that commission.
Yeah. Make that
I
happen.
also had her do my backup character art.
Mm.
Perfect. Yes, thank you again to Kenya Powers 16 on the Twitter. Thank you. This is beautiful. It's better than I could have. It's what I had envisioned in my mind. It's wonderful. Now, are there any other last minute announcements? AJ, I know you have some.
Yeah, I'm always last. It's fine.
Yeah, I put my social in the chat, and then I'll also type out the artist handle, so
Perfect.
you'll know how to spell it.
Sweet. So, any other announcements?
I'm making like more TikToks than I used to. So if you want to jump on my TikTok, then that'd be cool. That'd be cool. If you want to do that. It's at Luke Aaronholtz. My thing is on my I don't know how to say this.
Your
Screen
frame.
overlay.
The frame around me, that's my at. That's my at all over the place. If you want to follow me on TikTok, that's cool.
Sweet.
Okay.
All right, AJ, take it over.
All right. Hi, I'm AJ, also known as Husha Kid. You can find me on the 3 T's of social media, Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok as Husha_Kid. I am a voice actor, a TTRPG player, as you see here, and soon to be working on my own session that may be streamed campaign. We're working on it. I need to write it. And also, if you need someone to run tech for streams, I'm making myself available more often. I can skip that because that is the show that we're on. On Mondays now, you can catch me on the Roll20 Spotlight sponsored show, Kingsguard. I play the proclaimed King of Gloria, Eugene Festificker, the man of sea and the stars. Tune in on the Critical Misses channel at 8 p.m. EST every Monday. On Tuesdays, we are back to regular programming for Hidden Magics. Magic is restricted and sorcerers are hunted, but my character has nothing to worry about it, right? Tune into Hidden Magics on Chaotic Pod, where I play a totally normal bugbear fighter named Keon. Nothing strange, no secrets. He is very normal. I have no idea what you're talking about. Then on Saturdays, it is time for the best esports team you have ever seen, Dub Club. Along with my teammates, Milan and D, we go through all the games, all wins, every days, no losses. Do not check the VODs because, like I said, we always win. And if you should tune in because sometimes I eat a very hot chip or a very hot Oreo. Hot Oreos are the banes of my existence. And also soon to come, I might as well just promote it here. I'm going to be reading fanfic on my Twitch channel soon. What fanfic, you may ask? Oh, you know, VeggieTales. So follow my Twitter to see when that's happening, because I'm still figuring that out.
AJ, what's a hot Oreo?
A hot Oreo? It is also known as the bomb Oreo, is where I put the bomb sauce on an Oreo and then I eat it.
No.
That is
Okay, so you
disgusting.
create a
You
hot
create
Oreo.
the
You don't
hot
go out to the store and buy
Oh no.
something called okay.
No.
Oh.
They
I was-
can so people
pass.
so in the
Hard pass.
during any of my streams or during Dub Club especially, people can give bits for me to either eat the bomb hot sauce on a chip, or if they guess the correct amount of bits between a range of, I think it's like 2,000 to like 5,000 bits, because they are taste very bad.
Yeah.
Between that range, if you guess the correct number and you donate that amount of bits, I will then eat a bomb Oreo.
That sounds
Oh.
and I'm so sorry for your intestinal tract.
Right.
I might need to tune in and
Poor
make some
taste
donations.
buds. Oh God.
I'll just make donations so that you have to eat like 5 of them.
Oh no. Oh.
That's awesome.
Just donate one at a time until we reach to the correct number.
That's right. Yeah.
And then we just all redonate that number.
Oh my God, perfect.
Eat a whole pack of these Oreos.
I will spread them out so you'll like be recovering, and you'll get like almost to the recovery point, and then you have to eat another one.
It's
I will
hard.
not be joining this
I think-
Kill
I
AJ
think-
train.
I think more of the horrible part of it is that the thing that helps the spiciness is coconut water. And coconut water sucks.
Of course.
Cake.
Anything
take it.
else,
But
AJ?
yeah, that's it for me.
Marvelous. Thank you all again, and thank you to everyone who subscribed tonight. You are keeping this channel going. I mean, you are keeping us hopeful that people are enjoying our content. Everyone who's watching brings us hope and joy and love. We love you all so dearly. You are all beautiful and wonderful people. So, and I believe that is it. So, thank you, everyone. I hope you have a marvelous night. We'll see you next time on Fowl and Friends. Farewell.